All right, welcome everybody. We are here in front of our new, beautiful, improved Putnam County Board of Elections in the Hamlet of Carmel. I want to welcome everyone here that was so instrumental for this very important facility improvement project. We have a lot of dignitaries, a lot of our public employees that worked directly on this project that I want to recognize. And we're going to have several people speak this morning, but I want to make sure I recognize our commissioners of the Board of Elections. To my left, and this is not a political point, but to my left is our Republican Commissioner, Kelly Primavera, and to my right is our Democrat Commissioner, Kathy Croft. We also have a number of our elected officers in the county. I know our Putnam County Clerk, Michael Bartolotti, is here. There's Deputy Clerk, Judy McConnell is here. We have legislators, Bill Goldman is here. He was the former chair of Physical Services when the funding was appropriated for this and many other projects last year. We have legislator Nancy Montgomery here as well. I know Chairman Yankee may be coming. He was planning to attend. Our current Physical Services chair of the legislature, Greg Elner, had wanted to be here, but I know he had a personal commitment that conflicted with this morning's event. Did I miss any other elected officers? No. We also have a number of department heads that were very important in this project. Our Commissioner of the Department of Public Works, Tommy Fury, his Deputy Commissioner, Joe Bellucci, our Director of Information and Technology and GIS under the Department of General Services now, that's Director Tom Lannon. And I'm going to ask a few of our friends here to speak in a bit. And then I'm going to open it up for others that want to comment. But I'd like to also make sure I specifically acknowledge the Bennett family and Helen Bennett, the widow of the late Board of Elections Commissioner Bob Bennett, as well as his longtime colleague, the former Board of Elections Republican Commissioner Tony Scarpiaco, who is here as well. When we were doing this project and a lot of the signing came down and the signs came down, Tony reached out and wanted to make sure that the sign honoring Mr. Bennett would be put back up, and a new sign was printed, and we're going to unveil that later as part of this ceremony. I want to thank Tony for his advocacy on that to make sure that that happened. And just to go back in time a little bit as to what brought this project about, when I first took office, I made it clear that we were going to do everything we could to not only professionalize county government, but prioritize our spending on the core functions of county government. And what is more core to our democracy than the Board of Elections? The board that is tasked with the vital mission of ensuring that our elections are safe, secure, and uncompromised by those who may seek to interfere and or disrupt the fabric of what makes this country so great, our constitutional republic, our American, and I say this with lowercase d, democracy. With the help of the legislature last year, we created a $2 million facility improvement fund. We've already completed major renovations and capital improvements to the Kohler Senior Center in Mahopac, the 6N DPW garage in Mahopac. And now today we are here to celebrate the completion of a major and long overdue facelift to the Board of Elections. Our county employees should take great pride in the place that they work, and the voters of Putnam should take pride in their Board of Elections, knowing that it has the personnel, the resources, and facilities it needs to ensure there is a free, fair, and open election in Putnam County. And as you can see, as I shared before, there is going to be a brand new sign. We have beautiful new landscaping and all new siding to replace the rusted metal facade. But on top of that, we have brand new interior improvements, a new training room, upgraded ADA accessible sidewalk and ramp, which complements Putnam County's mission to think differently, a brand new roof, and thanks to our IT department, major security upgrades, which includes a series of security cameras. For those that you may recall, upon taking office, I visited each of our county departments, surveyed employees, asked department heads what they needed to try to improve their departments and our services in Putnam County. I was absolutely stunned to learn that this facility had no cameras. With so much public interest in election integrity and security, it is an absolute must to have security cameras at the Board of Elections. and I am grateful to our team for their work in getting this done. Commissioner Fury and Director Landon will speak more about the specific upgrades with their respective departments and the vendors that worked on them. I also want to share that in 2023, the funding that was specifically appropriated out of that $2 million improvement fund was over $400,000 for these upgrades. That is, of course, the work is in part thanks to our incredible crews, DPW that you see behind us, the IT department, all of their employees who worked alongside the contractors. I think it's very important to all of us, those that hold elected office, those that want to run for elected office, that volunteer for people that are running as candidates. It's important for all of us to have these upgrades before the 2024 presidential election. Many of us are justifiably expecting a contentious race and election. Ensuring that these elections are secure is a top priority for all of us in county government, as well as those at the state and federal level. The Attorney General's office has already been in contact with counties across the state to make sure we have appropriate plans in place to ensure there are safe, fair, and lawful elections that are not disrupted. In fact, just last month, staff from the BOE, IT, and my office attended a New York State training about elections operational security. We are all here because we take this extremely seriously, and we are all committed, no matter what party or affiliation, to ensuring our county Board of Elections functions at the highest levels for all of our residents. At this time, I want to welcome to share some words those that are most directly impacted by the improvements that you see before you, our commissioners of the Board of Elections, Kelly Primavera and Commissioner Kathy Clark.
So thank you all for being here today. Especially thank you to Kevin Byrne, our county executive, and our county legislature on finally seeing that this needed to be done. Most importantly, the people that actually do deserve to hear a big thank you from Kathy and I, and we drove them nuts. Our DPW crew. So great for the new life. So thank you wholeheartedly for Kathy and I. We're going into, as I said, it's going to be a crazy election season, and we are feeling a hell of a lot more secure. So thank you all.
I'm going to echo what Kelly said. I also am really happy that we're going to dedicate the sign today to my predecessor, Commissioner Bennett, and I'm very glad that his wife and a couple of his kids are here, his family's here. Bob was here as commissioner for 37 years. Rest assured I will not be here for 37 years. But he did, he's an amazing man, and this building is truly worthy of his name on it now. So thank you, and I echo again, thank you to all, everybody that worked on the building, because you worked hard in the heat, you know, planting everything, getting it all done before the end of August. Yay! I lost the bet. Thank you. I lost the bet.
Thank you, commissioners. At this point, I'm going to ask our Commissioner for Department of Public Works and our IT Director, Tom Landon, to come up and share a few words about the specifics to the upgrades. But I also want to start by highlighting this, because sometimes we need friendly reminders on what the building looked like before. I just know from past discussions about this property, this is most certainly not a Taj Mahal. This is a facility that was, quite frankly, rusted and rotted at the bottom. They had temporary storage facilities adjacent to it. And if you look at this and walk around the building today, it is just a monumental difference. And it is a testament to all the people that worked on it, but the leaders that got it done is Tommy Fury and Tom Lane. So again, I'm going to ask them to share a few words. Thank you.
My colleague, Commissioner Fury, he looks at things from the outside and makes them functional and work from the outside and the inside. I worry really about the infrastructure and the network and security. That's my job. And we have a building here that people don't realize is really very important in our network. It's a hub, but we also have cybersecurity threats that are constantly being launched at the Board of Elections, and we have to keep that secure. Physically, we have to keep this building secure, and from our network, and working with the DPW and this incredible crew, Joe and his people over there, we were able to secure this building with a new alarm system, put in cameras. We have a very robust network that goes here to make sure that this building stays safe at all times. And it's always a pleasure working with this team and getting this done. The commissioners from the Board of Elections and I meet on a regular basis to discuss things, and it's great to see this new home for them.
Thank you. I'd also like to thank, we also had the aid of a local contractor, Develos Construction, which did a phenomenal job, and the blend of in-house and the local contractor really shined here. And I gotta say, it was a little extra special because of the Bennett family. So we all went to school with the Bennetts, and that made it a little more special. And this whole crew back here, our finance team back at DPW, obviously the purchasing department helped us out a lot. There's a lot of bumps to get to this far, and then we didn't realize we were going to start with 2 new foremen on the job, and Kelly and Kathy became some foreman on the job. So we'll be happy to say goodbye to this building in a little while. And I'd just like to thank everybody here behind me. You know, it's just, I'll give it an analogy. They're the Yankees. There's no names on the back of their shirts, but they hit it out of the park every time. They're great. So I appreciate it. Yankees.
Thank you. Tommy, so you also did the curtain drain got work done, so there was flooding that traditionally down here, there's fencing in here, but there's 2 new beautiful trees that are in front that you may not see on camera, but as you drive past, so there's 2 new beautiful trees. Do you have anything to share about them?
Yes, so the trees, they're going to suck oxygen. Like Kelly and Kathy. So they're the Kelly and Kathy tree. Yeah, we had, anytime it would rain, we would have a lake here, so getting in and out, traversing through puddles that were lakes at some point. The swell that the highway put in, and obviously the trees are going to help suck up extra moisture. We also, all the drainage off the back and the roofs go right to the swell, so great improvement.
They were looking for a red and blue tree, couldn't find it, so they might have a ribbon on it or something, but thought it was very fitting. Thank you guys, thank you.
When we leave, Kathy, our plaques will be on the trees. How's that?
Little red ribbon.
With that, man, a few words, but I know you said you didn't say anything. I'm going to ask you, the person who was the chair of physical services when this got shepherded through last year, and it was, I believe it was unanimous, every member of the legislature was bipartisan. Legislator Montgomery's here, was a big part of it. Yes? Yes. So, and the bill, we were on that committee. Is it? Great. That's good. That was a big deal. I'm going to ask Bill if he has anything to share. If you'd like to just comment, and then I'm going to open it to everyone else.
Thank you. Yes, as the chair of the committee last year, and it was a bipartisan vote, and we spent the money to build this building. But of course, we're just politicians. These guys right here are the ones that actually did the work, and I'm very thankful for them. Bob Bennett, I've known him for many years, and he was a very nice man and a very good commissioner. And I'm glad that the sign's going up here, and it's a testament to a good man and the voting in America and here in Putnam County. And I'm glad that we have a safe, beautiful building now for the residents and the workers of Putnam County. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on the committee last year to approve the funding for this. As I said from the beginning, when I took office in 2019, I think it's really important to invest in these failing county buildings and resources. So I'm really glad to see the investment in such an important building to make it more accessible for the people, to make it a nicer place for the employees who work so hard to come to a place to work where they can really appreciate it now, and to make, you know, our elections more accessible, safer, and more secure. So thank you, County Executive, Legislator Goldman, and especially DPW. You guys are the rock stars.
I'd like to open it up if there's anyone else that'd like to share a few words. And our former commissioner, Stan Pieko, is here as well.
Bob and I got along so well. I think we only had one argument the whole time we were there. And I loved him. He was like a brother to me, and I miss him all the time. And the sign here that was put on, it's not the one that the first one that was put up. But I didn't ask anybody. I called up the DPW, told them put the sign up. Didn't ask not a person in the county except me. All right, I just wanted to say, I love Bob. I miss him all the time. Thank you, Donna.
Is there anyone else that would love to speak to you? Mike? Okay. Well, thank you. On that note, I think it's time to unveil this beautiful sign. And those that want to take a tour of the Board of Elections, the commissioners can provide that opportunity so people can see the great work, not just on the outside, but on the inside as well. So if you can, we'll ask the Bennett family to help take the sign. Now that this is in the past, we don't care about this anymore, right? We don't let this happen again. Go ahead. Come on. Yes. All right. Gotta get it. All right, everybody. We're gonna do a countdown here.
Wait. Hold on. Wait for Mrs. Bennett. Wait for Miss Bennett.
Have the kids call it?
Yeah.
Need another Bennett on this side?
Greg, where's Greg?
Greg can do it. Greg.
Sure. All right, countdown from 3 to 1, right? 3, 2, 1.